A long time.
Step over here. It's a band. They're called the Not Goods. Not Goods. And are you guys any good?
We're not good.
No, you're not any good. All right, could you step up to the microphone one at a time and tell us what instrument you do not play well?
I'm Rico, not good, and I play guitar, not good, and I sing, not good, and I write songs, not good. Also, I co-founded the band with Johnny, not good.
I'm Johnny Not Good. I'm the drummer of the band and co-founder of the band with Rick Not Good. And just let it be known throughout the interview today that there's serious litigations involved with every song ever written by this band.
It's a lie.
That's not good.
And I'm Drew Not Good, and I'm the occasional lead guitarist, and I'm not very good at that either.
All right. Well, let's play some music here at the outset. This is not a very good song. It's by the Not Goods. It's almost good.
No,
it's definitely not good. Okay, well, here's some music by the Not Goods, and we'll be back and do some more interview stuff.
Drive in the garage. Thank you.
I've been in this business a long time. I did tours with James Brown. I did tours with Solomon Burke. I did tours with Jerry Lee Lewis. I thought I'd seen everything. But I ain't never seen nothing till I worked with the Not Goods. To start with, they all grew up together, but beneath it all, they fucking hated each other.
Dude, you know your problem is? Your problem is you have no confidence. If you had some confidence, maybe people would like you, but people don't like you. People never did like you. I think it's because you have a shitty personality. If you had a better personality, people would probably like you too. Confidence would help, but actually cocky motherfuckers, people don't like them either. People don't like you. Just face it. Thank you.
Now, there's a suit painting, I can't really talk about it, from Rick Duplanche down in New Orleans, who claims to own the trademark Not Goods. And
if you interview any of these people and they get on camera and hold themselves out as not good, then they're going to have themselves hauled into court. They're going to be sanctioned by the judge who's handling this lawsuit. They all know that they have no right to the Not Goods.
Because, like I said, I've been doing business.
Yeah, I remember the Not Goods. It was back in, I don't know, the late 70s, early 80s, something like that. I was starving. I was staying over at some friend's house, and we were having some dinner. We used to like going to the Hollywood Bowl, sneak into the second half of their symphonies and so forth. So one day we snuck on up there, we heard the music going and stuff, and we walked on up there and saw all these cowboy hats walking out of there, just one after another and stuff, and we thought, well, this ain't Gershwin, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, we finally stopped one of these cowboys and we said, well, who's playing it? And he said, the Not Goods. And a friend of mine was with me and he said, the Not Goods? I used to sell him dope. So he said, we're gonna have some fun tonight. So he dashed backstage, and we waited a while, so he came back and said, come on back. So he brought us back, and we got onto their bus, their tour bus. And oh, it's the coolest thing in the world. We sat down, and Spanky, from Spanky and our gang, you remember her? She was good. Anyway, she came out, she reached in her pocket, she pulled out a big old bag of marijuana, she threw it down there, she said, let's get stoned. And we said, all right. And then before you knew it, another guy came on there, big as a house. It was unbelievable. His name was Deke. He was the president of the Oakland chapter of the Hells Angels. He reached into his pocket, threw down a bag of dope, he said, let's get stoned. We said, all right. Well, hell, I'll tell you, I was pretty sophisticated. I've been living in Los Angeles for a while, but my friend who was with me, he was from Ohio. He looked at the biker, he goes, you are the biggest son of a bitch I ever seen. We laughed. Anyway, never did see it in the band, but we got stoned that night. That's all I gotta say.
The Not Goods. I remember them. Yeah, they came and visited us on the set. John Hughes was directing in a film, and he didn't know who they were. And so he had them ejected off the set. I was really sorry about it, you know. I saw them play once. I really don't remember it. But, you know, I wanted to make it up to them, so I did all of them, but I just didn't feel fulfilled. Are you okay, honey?
I'm okay.
All right. Take that salt palmetto for that prostate. That's
I
good.
apologize for those noises.
It's all right, honey. Yeah, the Not Goods. They really weren't good, you know? I think. But maybe, you know, what do I don't have any taste.
All right, so anyway, man, one story I remember, we were out in California at the Playboy Mansion with you and the Playgirls and some executives, and we're having this big party at this place. Anyway, before the gig, I mean, we're at the Playboy Mansion, you could have anything you want. They had all kind of liquor, man. Any of the best call names you wanted. But of course, Rico was drinking Night Train. And he got on stage and he was just jamming and everybody was having a good time. And then all of a sudden, man, Rico stood up just like this and projectile vomited on all the crowd, just like one. When the party was over, man, the Playboy bunnies had like, you know, vomit all up their little bustiers and $2,500 suits were ruined and people were slipping in the shit. So it wasn't a pretty picture. Not to mention he vomited on the band also, you know. Xylophone player had like stuff all on the felts of his xylophone. But I don't know why they never invited him back.
No Goods. Best band I never saw. But I had all their records. That was back when we did records. But my sister, she was a fan. She's the one turned me on to them. So she gave me the name of the number of the drummer of the band. So I call him up. He says, we're gonna be in your town. I said, well, my sister, and he knew my sister right away. The whole band knew my sister, but that's something we won't talk about. He says, you got tickets, you wanna come? And I said, yeah, I'd love to come, I'd love to see you. I'm in. He goes, okay, we'll call. I go, you got it. I said, what time's the show? He told me. I said, I'll be there. So I'm waiting by the phone. I figure he's gonna call, because that's what he told me. We'll call. I wait. The time of the concert comes and goes. I don't get a call. I figured, just like anything else, they blew me off, right? A week later, my sister calls. She says, so how'd you like him? I said, I didn't see him. She says, why not? I said, the guy said he was gonna call me and leave me tickets. She said, no, idiot. That's a term in the business. You had tickets, they were at will call. All you had to do was go to the will call window. I didn't know. It was the first concert I ever went to. I was waiting for his call. The tickets were at will call. Go figure. But I still think it's the best band I never saw. The No Goods, Not Goods. Matter of fact, my next garage sale, you can probably pick up some of their albums.
It was really great because they opened a lot of shows for my old band and never really had to worry about getting shown up because they really were not very good.
I came on, they had a part of a tour. It didn't work out. They fired everybody on the tour. They fired everybody on the tour. They approached me through my first cousin. He's in prison now, and I don't fucking mind that either because he put me in touch with the Not Goods, and he asked me as a favor, would I help this band? I said, yeah, but I consider myself a professional.
I don't know, they had an overall lack of awareness that you really don't find in today's rock music very much. I'm certainly glad that they were a band, and I'm really glad I was never a member.
I sat down for a week ahead of time with each member of the band, Rico, the whole gang. I told them all the importance of working together, playing together, being a band. Everybody was on the same page. I met them before the gig. It was the biggest gig they'd ever played, man. I don't know, there must have been like 200 people there. We went out on the stage. Crowd went wild. We had good lights. They all had the costumes. See, back when they all still wore the matching costumes. Boom, 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 boom. They all started playing, and they were playing 4 different songs.
Well, you know, I feel better if I could just... This way it won't be recognized as easily, I think, you know, if they ever had to review this in court.
I don't represent any of the individual Not Goods. I'm the lawyer for the name The Not Goods.
So what happened was I ended up doing everything myself, and you know, they said after they sobered up that they had a vote and they voted me out of the band, but you know what? I voted them out of the band. I took the trademark, I own the master, I am the Not Goods as far as this goes.
No one's ever really sure who's in control. I'm in control.
I can put myself out and any 4 other guys and call it the Not Goods on any one night. And if I get multiple bookings, which sometimes I do, I can actually send out counterfeit bands and be the Not Goods anytime I want.
There has been some talk of a reunion tour. I've put them all on notice that if any of them try and put together a reunion tour without the permission of the court and without going through the court, then no reunion tour is going to take place.
Occasionally I get complaints, but mostly I don't promise people original members. All I promise them is like the show, which is like, you know, basically not very good. And I think I've lived up to that. I really do. Listen,
let me tell you something. I own the name. You understand what I'm saying? The Not Goods.
You know, like those
they
guys.
Cannot use it. They do not have a right to use it. If any of them try, they're going to find themselves in a lot of trouble. And I want you to show them this interview so they all fully understand that message. I own the Not Goods.
I had a psych. Here comes my ride.
And I remember the last gig that the Not Goods did. That was so strange. It was on the docks in Biloxi. And they sent Lefty to do the road managing because the road manager and the sound man had quit both in the middle of the set.
I went backstage, I took the money from the house manager, I put it in a box, I went out and got in my car and I went home. And I never saw the Not Goods again. If I never fucking see them again, it'll be too soon. Because they ruined my career. Security's here.
So they sent Lefty in to get the money, and at the end of the night, it looked like everybody was ready to go home, and they said, well, where's the money? And Lefty said, well, they said that we actually owed them money, so I took the money from the T-shirts that we had been saving and gave them that money on top of the other money, and I think that was pretty much the end of the Not Goods right there. It was certainly a nadir in rock business to send your drummer to collect the money. But
well, I think it's all in the name, Not Goods. I mean, they're not good. They're really not good, but they're trying to not be good, I think. When I first heard them in the garage, I thought this is the perfect place for them. This is where they should sell tickets and have people come right into the Not Good garage studio to see this. It's amazing, but you know, you get them outside of the element. You know, you bring any people or anything, it's all falls apart. They try to play the parts right and everything. You know, and it's like, I don't know if the parts can be right, but the coolest thing was when they tried to do like 4 songs, and they did the songs like one guy was playing an A, and the other guy was playing an A sharp, and the other guy was playing an B, and it's the coolest thing they ever did. It was awesome, but they don't do that enough, really. Sometimes, you know what I think happened is that they learned how to play, and that's where the Not Goods went. When they learned how to play, it was all over. It's not good anymore. So the not goods, you don't want to see them, and the Not Goods don't exist anymore. Sad.